have this, please?
Geez, Lana, don't you think that looks kind of scary?
But I like scary things.
It's a real antique. Some local boys found it at Hyde Park after the mudslide.
Feels heavy, like porcelain.
Limestone, in fact, just its head. It's a one of a kind.
Please, can I have it?
Oh, all right. But I have to say that I think you're a very strange little girl.
I think I'll call her Nancy Ann. Good night, Nancy Ann.
It looks like any other street. But it isn't.
Where'd you find that radio?
Remember our mechanical friends here? This is their power source.
Huh. Did you know that the anglerfish lures its prey with a strange proboscis sticking out of its face?
Lana came to me complaining about nightmares she's been having.
Really? I wonder if it has to do with that creepy doll we found. Have you seen it? It's horrible.
She does have eclectic taste for a girl her age.
Other fish think the proboscis is food, but when they get too close, he strikes.
His brain is clearly damaged. Yes, shell-shocked. Try to rest and think only happy thoughts.
Anyways, I'm babysitting her tonight. I'll tell her you said hi. Well, guys, looks like you've got a bad rectifier tube. I'll have to take it back to the lab and see if I can find another. Lana, I asked you in the store if the doll was too scary. You just have an overactive imagination, that's all.
But it screams.
It's a doll, Lana. It can't.
See, I told you so.
Are you sure you or Lana didn't move it?
Yeah, and there was no one else in the room. Also, the screaming seemed to come from all around, but there was no audio devices in the room.
What does Nomad have to say?
The scans show nothing abnormal, save for the limestone head.
Well, I guess you've got a haunted doll on your hands.
Haunted just means we haven't figured it out yet. There's something about limestone. This doll was found in Hyde Park after a recent mudslide. I wonder what else has been exposed.
Let's go. This area has quite a lot of history. There must be a lot of relics buried here. Imprints of past lives.
That's it! An imprint in limestone. Have you ever heard of residual haunting?
I'm afraid not.
I've always thought of it as bogus pseudoscience, but it states that the emotion of a traumatic event can be absorbed by certain types of stone found in old castles and basements, etc. These emotions can then re-manifest themselves at a later time, thus explaining many hauntings.
You mean like a film of the traumatic event playing back? Sounds hokey, Davis. And how does that relate to our doll?
The doll is partly made of limestone, the same found in many haunted buildings.
So you're saying the doll may have been exposed to some horrific event, the emotion of which is stored in its limestone?
Yes, and it now re-manifests itself as the screaming Lana and I heard.
But what mechanism stores the emotion? What triggers them to play back?
Yeah, I know. And it doesn't explain how the doll moved either.
Careful, Davis. got the police report on the remains we found. Sarah Colburn was her name, 8 years old, reported missing in 1928 during a flood in the area.
Ironic. She must have been buried by the same kind of mudslide that brought her back.
It gets better. This is a picture of her the day before she was lost.
That's our doll. So the doll was exposed to intense emotion, that of Miss Colburn's untimely demise.
And the screams you and Lana heard?
Those of Miss Colburn's last moments.
I don't know, Davis. I'm still not buying this residual haunting theory. There are too many loose ends, and we still can't explain how the doll moved.
I agree. There's something missing. Well, we'd better get back to the schoolyard anyway. I still have to pick up Lana and give the twins their power supply back.
Is there anything else bothering you?
Well, my pinky gets cold sometimes.
I will stabilize.
Melman, what are you doing?
What do you mean? Just some routine maintenance.
I don't get it.
The twins were programmed as field nurses. Here's your power supply. Good as new.
Thank you, Davis.
Warning, doll has vacated the laboratory.
What? How? Where is it?
Sensors cannot differentiate the doll's material from local surroundings.
Lucy! Becky!
The Canadian Alien Defense Organization.
What is that?
Nomad, what are we looking at?
Only yourself, Greta, Lana, Melman, and the twins are visible on sensors.
Why can't Nomad see it?
It doesn't fit any physical parameters that we're aware of. Lucy! Becky! Increase power!
Well, there goes your haunting theory. Clearly that thing was possessed by something.
Certain types of stone can act as a barrier or middle ground between dimensions. I think that limestone doll did indeed store Sarah Colburn's fears, and something from the other side was feeding on them.
A creature that feeds on fear. But those screams, if it fed on fear, why let it go?
Fear begets fear. Releasing some gave rise to intense emotional responses from Lana, and myself, frankly.
Kind of like Melman's anglerfish, in reverse. Could it be that all the world's hauntings are really...
Scarier than a ghost? Yes. Fear-consuming parasites from a parallel dimension.
Becky, Lucy, I think I'm better now.
A parasite that feeds on fear. A parallel... Are you still playing with that?
I have no fear.